Hello, YouTube, and thank you for stopping by the Massachusetts Beer Reviews channel of YouTube. And today is what started as a craft beer company out of Bend, Oregon. This is the 10 Barrel Brewing Company. This is their pub beer. This is their light, crisp, refreshing style American. I guess at this point it's probably considered a American pale lager, as it probably is, as craft beer tends to be. No adjuncts, probably an all malt beer, although if you go to 10 Barrel Brewing Company's website, all they list about what they might be using for ingredients is it has a slight hop spice character, a light creamy mouthfeel, and a lot of carbonation. It was designed to be a beer that was, quote, crushed or brewed to crush, and a beer that the workers at 10 Barrel Brewing Company could produce and have for the workers at the brewery, that they could drink on occasion while working and not get too schmammered while doing so. It's a 5% alcohol by volume beer. In my area, they come in the 15 packs, which is $14.99 before tax for, again, the 15 pack. I'm just going to use the standard style glass, shaker pint glass, Von Trapp Beer Company glass. They were bought out, the 10 Barrel Brewing Company, by InBev, which is the Belgian beverage or brewery company that owns Anheuser-Busch. And they were bought out by Anheuser-Busch in the fall of 2014. And within only a year, they were able to, not only did they keep all the brewers that started the company, were able to expand with even more people helping out in the brewery. They were able to just expand their brewery, expand production, and get their beers out to more people. So, I guess the old saying of that breweries get taken over by the big conglomerates and then their production or their quality declines is not the case all the time. But again, this is just a American style pale lager. But what it looks like is it doesn't have a huge amount of head. It's extremely poppy and fizzy with lots, or I should say medium amount of carbonation. They say it might have a slight pear character. They might be stretching for that, but let's look at the aroma, shall we? I mean, to me, if I was blindfolded, I don't know that I could tell this apart from, say, a Budweiser or a Miller High Life, to be completely honest, or even a Pabst Blue Ribbon or Schlitz. It has that sweet, grainy, slightly white, bready, malty character. Maybe a little bit of lemoniness. Maybe a little bit of like a dirty kind of a grain note to it. Again, it smells like an adjunct lager in disguise, probably without being made with the adjunct. So let's see on camera what the pub beer from 10 Barrel Brewing Company, a subsidiary of InBev, tastes like. Cheers. Very crushable, brewed to crush. Yeah. I guess I can see a slight pear character, but without using the website to read that, I might not have ever thought of that. Slight fruity character, not much. Definitely some sweet notes. It's reminding me of corn, but I don't think they use corn in the beer, or like a corn dextrose type of a syrup. Crisp, clean, ultra refreshing. Nice carbonation zing. It really helps out the drinkability. Again, just like in the nose, you're getting the wet, grainy cardboardiness to it. You're getting white bready malts. I still am getting that light lemoniness. And I guess there is a light hop in this beer. It's not totally hopless. I think it might be 18 or 20 IBUs, so it's not really that big of a beer in the hop department at all. The body is definitely light to medium, on the medium side. The ABV, Tyler Mansell, watching live, is asking. It is 5% alcohol by volume. I mean, it's crisp, clean, easy drinking, easy going. Brewed to crush, sure. I mean, $15 before tax, $14.99 in southeastern Massachusetts for the beer. It's about a 75 for me out of 100. There are a lot better beers that you can get for a lot cheaper of money. I think that Schlitz is a better value. I think Pabst Blue Ribbon's a better value. I think those are better styles of beers for the price point. I just don't think that this brings a whole bunch to the table. And it's a shocker, I know, because Anheuser-Busch, well, not Anheuser-Busch, InBev owns the company, and they're putting out a beer just like they already produce. But I think the whole reasoning behind Anheuser-Busch owning companies like Blue Point, Goose Island, 10 Barrel Brewing Company, I think the whole reasoning behind those kind of acquisitions, Elysian Beer Company, is because I think in this day and age, they accept the fact that craft beer is a thing, and they buy these companies out, but they leave them alone to a certain extent to make their beers at their breweries by their people that make the beer. They're not trying to put people out of business. They're trying to be a part of craft beer in some capacity and get into that marketplace at some point. But, I mean, this beer is just your average kind of standard American style lager in taste and in feel. It definitely is more like a Budweiser or a Pabst or a Schlitz or a Miller High Life, Coors Banquet even. That it's not the most watery beer on planet Earth. It does have a little bit of heft to it, not much. The flavors last throughout the sip. And Tyler Mansell says looks good, but if they don't use corn syrup, it probably isn't worth it. I don't really know about that statement to be completely true or false in my eyes, although it just tastes to me too similar to all the other major mass-produced beers that are out there in the marketplace to spend $14.99 on a beer like this on a regular basis when you can get 30 packs of beer, depending on where you live, either much cheaper than this beer or at about the same price. Now, about the cheapest beer we get in southeastern Massachusetts that I know of is the Genesee Brewing Company beers out of Rochester, New York. The Genesee Cream Ale is my favorite that the brewery makes, and that is same price, $14.99, but for a 30-pack of the beer. So, $14.99 is 15 again, 15 beers for $14.99. So, for me, it's a good beer. There's really nothing wrong with it. If you're looking for just an easy drinking beer that is reminiscent of the classic favorites from the United States, and even some Mexican beers and some Canadian-style American adjunct lagers, this beer is going to be right up your alley. Obviously, they didn't spend a whole bunch trying to really market the beer as far as its appearance in the can, and the 15-pack pretty much looks the same. It just says pub beer. It's just going to be a beer to crush on the weekend with the game, go good with any kind of food. So I don't really know what else to say about the beer. I'm going to give it a 75 out of 100. You can do much better than that, but it's just a slightly above average beer. But then again, a lot of beers, like I said, out there are about the same in its taste and flavor. So if you see the pub beer, definitely try it. It's just not going to be one that's going to knock your socks off, nor did I think that 10 Barrel designed this beer to knock your socks off. And they don't have any kind of a... Oh, yes, they do. They say this is... I think this is the best buy date, which is what a lot of InBev beers use. And they say September 11th, 2017. So actually, that must be the date that was born on. So do the math on that if you think this is a good value. All said and done, this is a 75 out of 100 for the pub beer. So until next time, keep tasting those great beers. Cheers, and I will see you soon.